In this video, I'm going to go over the difference in what I do in my customized hypnosis program for anxiety relief. I customize it to you, okay? And how is that different from mainstream therapy? A lot. There is a lot of difference. Okay, let's just dive right into this, okay? The first part of it is this. It is fast, usually between 1 to 3 sessions. All my clients get a significant lasting relief. My goal, right, and here's another difference here. My goal is on the very first session that I want to move the needle in your life in the positive direction in the very first session. So right there itself is very different. Now, the other part of it is what I do is not therapy. It is not at all therapy. It is just very advanced healing modalities in hypnosis and other alternative healing modalities. That's the best thing I can say. Okay. Not number two. The next thing is it is easy. It really is easy. There needs to be a commitment on your end that you want to do it, that you are sick and tired of living this way, of feeling scared for like no apparent reason, or there might be an apparent reason, that you feel like that your life has been crippled by this anxiety, do you understand? And you are willing to take action, right? This forward moving motion of like, I need to move my life forward is critical. As long as you got that, you and I can work. You can start to make drastic difference in your life using my customized anxiety relief hypnosis program. Okay. The other thing is this. I want to give you an example of it's a metaphor. And by the way, this here is a metaphor too, right? You see this iceberg? The part that's below the waterline is considered the subconscious mind. And the conscious part, the part that you're listening to right now, is the white part above the waterline. As you can see, our subconscious is huge. It controls about 85% of our life. Now, anxiety is created here. Anxiety, right, is kept alive here. This is what's driving it, and this is what's crippling your life in here, in your subconscious mind. Let me give you another example of this. Let's say in your yard, in your yard, what started off in a small section, you had some weeds. And the weeds represent anxiety. And soon, if you don't address it, the weeds started to spread to other areas of your yard. The same thing anxiety does. It's localized in one area and it starts to spread in other aspects of your personal life and professional life, right? Now let's just say the weeds are really tall. Now, you got a couple of things you can try to do. You can either take a weed whacker or a lawnmower and just cut the grass. You just go right over it. And yeah, it looks good temporarily. But did you go deep enough? Did you go deep enough? You see, this is what the point I'm trying to make is what I do is considered a bottom-up approach. We start from here and go up. Mainstream therapy, here's a massive difference. Mainstream therapy and medication is a top-down approach. It's a top-down approach, right? It's trying to use your rational mind, your logical mind to address the anxiety. Does it work? Yes, it does for millions of people. But the clients that come to me, the people that come to me, have tried mainstream therapy. They've gotten some benefit from it, but it hasn't gone deep enough. They felt like like it wasn't satisfactory enough. If you want to get a different result, you got to do something different. You cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again, right? It's just, you're not going to get a different experience, right? So what I do is not a top-down approach. It is a bottom-up approach. We go right to the source of it, where the anxiety was created and is still kept alive, that is creating a chokehold in your life, that's crippling that particular areas of your life. So we go in there and speak to it in the language your subconscious understands and let it go. And let it go. Now, there's a couple of things, right? It helps you uncover the triggers in it, the internal conflicts that you have. You know, there are many layers to our subconscious, right? The process is actually very easy. A lot of my clients, by the way, it goes both ways, right? There are two ways that it's done. A lot of them are done through Zoom, and some of them will come to my home office, okay? And quite often, when people come to my home office, especially on the first session, are they nervous? Heck yes. Do you know within 2 to 5 minutes, they are not feeling worked up? They're so much more calmer. The same thing on Zoom. I'm going to do all these really advanced stuff that's easy for you to follow through, and you start to feel the difference, right? Now we start to release emotions that have been trapped in there. Now, that are causing this thing. For a good number of people, there is a certain level of trauma that took place, an event that was really very unpleasant, very scary, that altered, because that event took place, right? It became like a splinter, like a thorn in your side. It's always in your subconscious. Your subconscious is is unable to process it in a healthy manner and help you move forward in your life. I'll give you an example of this, right? If you cook in the kitchen, have you ever burnt your hand in the kitchen on a hot stove or something? You touch something and you burnt yourself, or cut yourself with a kitchen knife accidentally. Has that ever stopped you from ever going to the kitchen again? No. Right? So it wasn't, so your brain was able, your subconscious was able to process it and let it go. But with certain level of trauma, okay, it doesn't have to be like an earthquake or somebody tried to murder you. It could be an emotional trauma. Do you know the number of people that really changed the trajectory of their life? A lot of it happened in school. When they were trying to answer the teacher's question, some other students started to laugh, or something about their body language or their facial expression or the sounds they made that my client, when they were at that age, feel, they're making fun of me. I'm not that smart. Do you know that shut them down? And because of that, the subconscious did not have the maturity or the skills at the time the event took place, couldn't process it and help them push through, do you understand, learn from it and move on with it. We can go in and change that around. That is the beauty of hypnosis. It is easy, it is gentle. Now, you don't even have to remember. Do you have to remember all what is the triggering cause for this your anxiety? Some people don't. But I have some wonderful methods at a subconscious level. We can tap into it because your subconscious remembers everything that happens to you. You have 5 senses, and it records all this data through all your 5 senses and goes in there. Right? Oh, it's such an awesome thing. I mean, free yourself. I mean, I have so many reviews, and I've helped so many people on this, right? It is rapid, it is long lasting, and here's the other part, right? Oh yeah, here's another thing. Let's say if you do know what it is, do you have to tell me every gory detail and be re-traumatized by the whole process in you telling me this? No. I just need to know just a little bit, just for you to feel the emotion. Anyway, and let me tell you, you're not going to re-traumatize yourself. In fact, we are going to help your subconscious let it go. We cannot change the past. If something bad happened in the past that caused all this, maybe you saw an accident, or you saw a dead body, or something that changed your life, right? That made you fearful, right? We can help your subconscious process it in a healthy way and let it go and not be triggered by it anymore. And you can put some distance towards it. This is very gentle and healthy, and it is so powerful, and it's long lasting, right? Now, here's the other thing, and the other part is you start to train your subconscious to stop using anxiety as the single coping mechanism or defense mechanism in your life. It does not need to use anxiety. There are many ways to handle life stresses and uncomfortableness. It doesn't have to be this crippling anxiety. I hope this makes sense, right? Listen, I'm giving you there's a starter kit, a hypnosis relief starter kit. I use different words sometimes. You'll see it there. It shows you a number of videos, and there's a free MP3. Just tap into it, guys. Use it. It's free. It is really powerful. Many people's lives have been changed with just that free information. But that's still not going to be enough, right? And then I give you a free voucher for you to have a free consultation with me, where we go in where I get to understand what is this anxiety in your life, because it's very different from somebody else. How it rears its ugly head is very different. And in that process, I'm actually getting a sense of the subconscious resistance that's in play, that's self-sabotaging all your good intentions to be done with it. Right? Now, all I ask is, you got to be serious about wanting to get better. If you are somebody who's like, you know what, I'm not, I'm okay where I am, I don't really want to change, then don't do it. Then don't do it. I only want people who are really interested. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired of living like this and feeling like this, and they want to move forward in life, right? There's going to be a free consultation, right, on Zoom, or we can do it on the phone, right? What you do is then I want to match your availability with my availability. I have so many, 80% of my clients come from referrals. Okay, so reach out and let's move your life forward. Let's make your life happen on purpose. All right? You don't have to live like this anymore. Cheers, my friend.